Joining me now to go over the top stories of the day is the Menzies Research Centre's Nick Cater. Nick, it's been another poor week for the Albanese government, and today the Prime Minister was accused of throwing his ministers for immigration and home affairs under a political bus as he struggles to avoid a backlash over the gutter politics of accusing Peter Dutton of protecting pedophiles over children. This is a fantastic column by Dennis Shanahan. Nick, gutter politics is precisely what this was. This is a government that is spiralling and getting desperate.
Yeah, I'm not sure he actually threw them under the bus. Maybe he just sort of pushed them a little bit towards it. I mean, to throw them under the bus, he would have had to come out and do what he should have done and condemned those comments as absolutely unparliamentary and un-Australian. And he didn't. So, you know, silence is violence, isn't that what they say these days? Not that I'm suggesting the PM is guilty of that. But, I mean, the point here, Rita, is that he doesn't have a clear moral compass. He should be able to stand up when somebody does something that is really just over the top and just condemn it outright. But he can't do that, whether it's Palestine, whether it's Hamas. He just has trouble with sort of unequivocal condemnation of anything.
Well, this is what Peter Dutton had to say about the issue today.
So, you know, I've got thick skin. I give as good as I can take, but I think the Labor Party, the Prime Minister, crossed the line this week. The fact is, it's a complete opposite of the truth, and you can say that's the rough and tumble of politics. But I really think the wheels are falling off this government. I think they're becoming more and more desperate, and they lash out like this. And the Prime Minister sent his ministers out. He didn't even have the guts to go out and make the comments himself.
Now let's go to Queensland, where Premier Annastacia Palaszczuk will next week launch a 2-week trial campaign to see if Queensland Labor can achieve a come-from-behind victory at next October's state election. Nick, she's borrowing from Dan Andrews' playbook here. She'll be using secret taxpayer-funded polling to inform her election strategy. Can she do it? And will she even be there by next October?
All right, I'm not sure. I think she should borrow from another bit of Daniel and Andrew's playbook, Rita, and just step down as gracefully as is possible to do with a record in government as bad as hers. I mean, I think it's, yes, of course, you won't write anything off in politics. You know, the LNP sometimes has difficulty winning. But, you know, I really think that the time is up for this government. Certainly the time is up for this Premier, who doesn't seem to be at all engaged in the job right now. You know, she's going off on holiday at a whim, not getting the sort of condemnation that our previous Prime Minister did, but, you know, that's Labor. Yeah, I'm never say never, but it's got to be hard for her to win, which means the LNP have just got to muscle up and get a backbone and come out with some strong policies.
Absolutely, and a bit of advice, just look at what the Vic Libs are doing, do the opposite. You can't go wrong there.